أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. It's me Qari Faisal Shafiq and you are watching Join Online Quran YouTube channel. Yes listeners, in the previous lectures we started tahajji series and tahajji series is still continue, and today we are going to start next tahajji letter. And before going to start our today's lecture, I'll request all of you please subscribe our YouTube channel and must share all the lectures on your Facebook, on your Instagram. And I hope you are listening, you are practicing all the previous tahajji letters. Okay listeners, so now we are going to start our today's lecture. And in this lecture we will discuss about the next tahajji letter, which is RAA. So we will discuss how we can pronounce this letter RAA and how we can sound and what's the correct sound of this letter RAA actually. Okay, so first of all we are going to read this letter. How to read first? So you can read this letter as RAA, like that. In the previous lectures we discussed there are 7 bold letters which we read every time with bold sound, but this RAA is not a bold letter. This letter is actually semi bold letters. So sometimes we read this letter with a bold sound and sometimes we read with the light sound in Quran recitation. And inshallah in next coming tajweed lectures we will discuss when we can read this letter with bold sound and when we can read this with light sound. There are some conditions about semi bold letters. Inshallah we will discuss in next coming tajweed lectures. Okay listeners, so now the main characteristics of this letter is you have to read this letter with a little vibrating sound like RAA, RAA, RAA. This R sound is actually main characteristic vibrating sound in this letter. So you have to practice this letter with a bold sound and with a little vibrating sound like RAA, 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 like that. Okay, so now we are going to discuss how we can pronounce, how we can sound, how we can originate this vibrating sound and where from we can pronounce this letter RAA actually. So you can pronounce this letter by putting your tip of your tongue, you can see in this picture, your tip of your tongue with the gums of your upper front 4 teeth. Upper front 4 teeth. So when you will touch your tip of your tongue with the gums of your upper front 4 teeth, so then you can pronounce this letter RAA correctly. And that's mean the point of pronunciation of this letter is by touching tip of the tongue with the gums of upper front 4 teeth. Okay listeners, so inshallah we'll continue next tahajji letter will start in the next coming lectures. So thank you so much for listening me today. Inshallah we'll see you in the next lecture and thanks for watching. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.